Dogs should not be viewed as livestock, breeding them just to make a dollar. You have dogs who are being bred and chained with the intentions of dog fighting. It's an ugly, ugly world out there, and the dogs have the most beautiful soul.
I am Tammy Van Dusen. I am from Muncie, Indiana. I have been working with herding dogs for over 25 years. I have herding championships in all of the sanctioning bodies, not only HBA, but ASCA and AKC. I've trained many different breeds, almost all of the other breeds that are out there. The secret behind herding is it should always be calm work. People get very confused. It's kind of, I put it like a NASCAR race. People think they want to come watch the wreck. It's not. The way herding started was shepherds sitting out in the field, deciding my dog can be better than your dog. So they would do a, let's go around that hay bale, then let's go around this hay bale. But those sheep are their livelihood. That meat on that sheep is their livelihood. So if that dog ran that sheep, they would be running the meat off the sheep. You don't want those sheep running the meat off. It's stress. They're going to stress out, especially in this heat. You're going to have less meat. I always tell people a good herding run is like watching paint dry.
Get them up. Come on, Patriot. Away. 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 Go ahead. Get them up. Come by. Come on, Patriot. Get him up. Good girl. Good girl. Good. Patriot. Stop. Lie down. Patriot, lie down. No, lie down. That'll do. Stop. Here, that'll do.
How long does it take to train a dog to do this?
It depends on the breed, depends on the dog. Each dog is going to learn at different levels. Depends how often you can get to stock. I mean, so it's just really, there's a lot of factors into it. It's one of the hardest sports to get into because you really cannot do anything at home except have rules. This is the arena courses. So they are tighter courses. It's in an arena. There's actually a set course. Where yesterday was the ranch dog, which was more like farm work. So this is a little more finesse, a lot more handler and dog really needing to be immediate responses. You don't get much mistakes. So we have the duck runs going. We'll have sheep runs this afternoon. We have 2 different courses that are just set up a little different ways they're done. So it's going to be a good day. We've got good dogs and good handlers today.
She's 2 years old. She's Australian Shepherd. She has her started titles in ASCA, so we've trialed some, but not at this level yet. This is her first time at this level. More obstacles, just more difficulty. The ASCA started course doesn't have as many things you have to do, doesn't have a freestanding pen, so it's easier, and that's what she's done in the past, so this is a step up for her. Sometimes they'll use their head. If you just want a subtle movement out the ducks or take the pressure off, they might just move their head and look away. And when they want more intensity, they'll look straight at them. With ducks, you have to be subtle. So sometimes the dog will just do little movements like that and help control the stock. Yeah, a lot of it's instinct. Well, she's a young dog too. Sometimes when there's too much pressure, she'll move away because she's a young dog and it's a lot of pressure. But those little subtle movements can make a difference because you have to be really patient with ducks. Because if you hurry them, you're in trouble. Oh, she was great. I mean, she did everything I wanted. She stayed slow, and the ducks went, pretty much exactly where she wanted. She's a young dog. She's learned to be patient, so that's the biggest thing. She stays off of them and listens. I think she's going to be a great duck dog. So just a little more distance on her, and she'll be great. It's so much fun working with a dog and using their instinct, making them do what they can do, and you just kind of guide them, but it's all their instinct and their fun.
Herding dog is a working dog. There are people out there running ranches, farms, and stuff. That dog is vital to the operation of their success with their stock. And, I mean, one good dog is worth, I don't know how many people. It's just amazing. It's a moving geometry puzzle.
It's like physics with living billiard balls.
Yeah, billiard balls with legs. And you're trying to move them in the right pocket. So it's a huge developed working relationship. It's very much about trusting one another and the dog listening and you respecting the dog and its abilities. You're always looking for the balance. So you want the right amount of push, but not too much push, because if there's too much, then the stock explodes like bowling pins. They have to learn how to manage their energy. They have to learn how to work their stock from far behind. They're very smart, these herding dogs. And they want to please. They have to want to please on some level, or they're just running amok a little bit. It is a partnership, and they have to be checking in with you. You have to have a dog that says, "Let me in, coach. Let me in, coach. I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll do it." And I mean, sometimes that's why it's also important for you as a handler to read your dog. And if they're getting overly heated, you got to stop. You got to take them to water, because there's dogs that'll work themselves to death for you. They're so driven.
Set up the best that we can do it with the directions that we have. The judge will come tomorrow and she will walk the course and she will tweak it, which means she's going to check angles to make sure that they're safe for our dog as they maneuver through the course.
And I learned just from doing. Watching other people that I picked out that I liked the way they handled. They had dogs about my size. And so just watching and learning, I went to a few seminars, not a whole lot, but just hard knocks, training. There is not a course per se. There are different values put on obstacles in the ring. So I'm trying to come up with a flow, a path. In my case, a course, with the most points I can get and still have a nice little flowing run. So that's what I'm trying to design my plan here.
Every dog, when they start out in their career, has to be measured. They have to get 2 official measurements from what they call volunteer measuring judges. That particular dog was over 22 inches, so can jump 24, has to jump 24.
These people have been doing agility a couple of years and they're preparing for an upcoming trial. I started with obedience classes and basic good behavior classes so that my dog could learn manners. I volunteered at our club's trial and fell in love with it.
good time. She seemed to have a good time. So I'm happy with the run. We didn't qualify, but I'm still very happy because she ran happy most of the time. That's the main thing. That's why we do it. We want to be happy. We want our dogs to be happy. She found something right there on that, before the tunnel and in the tunnel, that she thought was, oh, very interesting, and I couldn't get her in the tunnel, which is highly unusual for her. She's good with tunnels. But something was in it, or she picked up a scent. But before that tunnel and after the tunnel, she was fine. So that makes me very, very happy. I'm very happy with my little dog.
Because you and your dog are competing together, and you're developing a great bond with your dog, a working relationship.
She goes to the AKC Invitationals in Agility in Orlando in Mackenzie. Come on, we're not going yet. Sit. In December, she has her trick dog titles. She has a herding title, obedience title, rally title. She is your all-around working dog.
I'm Roberta Kirby, a canine massage therapist. Don't work on people, just dogs. The muscles, the tightness, the knots. These guys are athletes, and they need to be treated like athletes. He's really tight in this muscle right here, and he needs this to be loose to be able to jump. What do you think now?
You ready to go run again? Good shake.
They have to do a shake all the way down to the tip of their tail. But any place they stop is where they hurt. So then we have to go back and finish it. I charge $35 per dog, and I work on them until I'm done. It might take 20 minutes, it might take an hour.
Yes, as long as you keep them in good physical fitness, they can do it. But they're structurally sound. See, that's another thing. The dog needs to be structurally sound. And the more structurally sound they are, the longer they'll hold up to the rigors of this. As long as you keep them in good physical fitness, they can do it.
This is inside the rat tube. When we drill the holes are filed down inside. They put fresh bedding in it so the rat got some cushion, some bedding, just to be comfortable in there. They are not afraid. They go in the tubes willingly. A lot of times they're not ready to come out of it because they're comfortable in there. They only work so long depending on the environment and the temperature. We rotate them so they don't work more than a class per day. You have an empty tube, a live rat tube, and one litter tube. You want the dog to indicate on the live rat, representing hot scent. This is cold scent. There has been rat on this litter, but you want the dog to indicate on the live animal.
Because we love to do things with our dogs. They're very nose sensitive. They have good noses, and they love to play just about anything when we play with them. So we just have a good time. This is the second time we've done barn hunt. It's a great pastime, great bonding experience, great fun for us, and really great fun for the dogs.
I think it just lets them do what they were bred to do. Kind of lets them let their instinct take over.
Find it. Find it. Oh, find that rat. Yeah. Oh, get that rat. Yes, good boy. Get that.
Show me, find it. Where? Show me. Rat. Rat two. And that is your time. Off.
It keeps your dog healthy, and it keeps their mind stimulated. It keeps you and your dog happy. You get to work as a team, you get to succeed, and it just keeps you motivated to live life.
Yes, rat. Yes, get that rat. Come on. Come on. Good boy. Rat.
Yes, rat one.
Good boy, good boy, good boy. Good boy.
So our goal is to always teach the dog how to properly respond, because you may let the dog try to figure it out on his own, but he might make the wrong public reaction. Don't want a high drive prey dog, hunting dog, and go live in a downtown apartment unless you are truly devoted to that dog and give them the proper physical and mental exercises. Every breed was designed for a purpose, whether it's a lap dog, a retrieving dog, a service dog, a protection dog, a hunting dog. Every breed had a purpose. It is important that people research the breed, and just because they like the look of the dog does not mean the dog will fit their lifestyle properly. When you get a dog, it is like entering a marriage of 15 years. You need to be devoted to that animal from the first moment you pick up the dog to the last moment you're saying goodbye.
I had done this event many times when I was in Georgia, and I really loved it because it gives the dog something to do in this incredibly hot weather. So I set about trying to figure out how to bring one to this area. And you have to secure the portable dog from this organization, so everybody has to agree on a date. And then from there, you just start the planning process. It is helpful to have a pool to train. So what you're seeing right now with the dogs who are doing the try-its are dogs that probably have never trained. So that's why they're not going off the dock. They don't know they're supposed to. I trained my own dog by starting on the steps into the pool because she really loves a toy. And if you have something that they're really, is their favorite, then you can use that as an incentive to get them going off into the water. And from there, they just grow to like it. They just grow to love it. And so they'll just go off because they want that toy. I really love watching the dogs that are, super jumping, that's remarkable because that takes a lot of training and skill. But the little ones that you see jump 5 feet, those people are loving it. So. I think you engage with your dog and you do something fun, and that's how you bond with them, and that's how you get the obedience that you want out of a dog to be a good family member. But it's mainly how you have fun and just bond. But what I also love about the pool is just good exercise, and dogs, just like people, need to have exercise. It exercises their mind as well as their body.
some highly trained dogs in all the other segments. And now we're at my Aunt Catherine's house, and as you can see by her front door, her dogs have received no training. But it's fine. They're really chill most of the time, unless they're on patrol. There's a squirrel. They're alive. They love my Aunt Catherine because she exercises with them all the time. She's always doing something with them. Walking them, exercising them is so important. It's good for you, it's good for them. They have a great life. One great thing about Northeast Louisiana is how many great places there are to walk your dog, to exercise with them. Great low traffic areas, beautiful areas, good for your soul, good for their soul. You know, I said Aunt Catherine's dogs are not trained, but they're great on the leash because she spends so much time with them on the leash. They know how to behave, and they love it because they're with her. And right now, Ike is so happy because he is with his person. He's with Aunt Catherine. She's filming this right now. And your dog would just be happy to be with you too. They are gifts to us. They are treasures. They're remarkable, beautiful creatures. They should be treated that way every day. Every single day, right, Ike? And if you're a dog owner and you love your dog, you know exactly what I mean.